Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your October reading. So glad that you could join me, and let's go ahead and call in angels, guides, ascended masters of the highest consciousness for our greatest good, so that we can have messages that are clear and concise and will benefit all who watch this video. So mote it be. Okay, thanks for joining me. And your very first oracle card is first quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power. Okay. So an action-oriented card right off the bat for you, Aquarius. Stepping into your power in the month of October. I like it. Then your second card is from the oracle language of the flowers. And your flower is tiger lily. Your message is security. Choose the safe harbor for now. And there's the beautiful tiger lily. Pretty. Okay, so you've got stepping into your power and security. And immediately that brings to mind that your power, you being able to do you, is what brings you security. All right. Now, past energy, as y'all know, I like to divide it up into past, present, future energy, challenges, and blessings. And of course, there'll be an oracle card at the end, so stick around for that. But your very first past energy card, this is the energy of the last 6 months or so. You have 3 cards in this row. And the very first one is the Four of Cups. And you notice that he's kind of contemplating these cups, and he's completely ignoring that this mermaid has brought him a cup. So that's pretty amazing. This is stuck energy. It's water, so that means it's your emotions. It has to do with your feelings, and you might have been feeling kind of stuck in the emotional arena. Maybe feeling like you're just not moving forward, or you can't get what you want, and you're not seeing the opportunities that have been presented to you, Aquarius. All right. However, you're starting to find that sense of direction and power with this next card, which is the Magician. Now, if you look closely, the Magician is using all of his tools, and we see those on the table before him. And those tools are the wand, which he has in his hand. That's our fire. It's our connection to spirit. It's our action. The cup is the water. That's our emotions, our feelings. Then we have the pentacles. That's our resources. And then finally we have the sword. And the sword is our mind. And he combines all 4 of those tools with his will and what he desires. And that's how he creates in the material world, which we are all doing, by the way. So this message is telling me that you're beginning to tap into that source of your inner power, and you're being able to realize that you are the magic. You are the one that's creating your life. It's not other people around you. It's you. All right. And then we have the wheel. The wheel of the year, sometimes called the wheel of fortune as well. Whenever this card comes out, I always say now is the time to be lucky. You might have been lucky in the last 6 weeks, or maybe even right now. And it's also a card that talks about the lessons we've learned so far. It's halfway through tarot, so it's not all of the lessons. It is a card that shows that the seasons are turning, which we're coming into October, so we definitely have fall right here with us. And it's a card that says you're moving into a new season, Aquarius. All right, your present energy is the Knight of Wands. Now, this is the most passionate, fiery knight of tarot. Of course, Wands is fire energy, and it is the energy of action. It can be the energy of a little bit of impetuousness, charging in and not looking before you leap. In its balanced aspect, which it showed up here, it's definitely the card of knowing what you want and then taking action to go after it. Notice that horse is running. That horse is not standing still, and he's not at a walk. He is going for it. All right. Step into your power, remember. Then we have in your present energy 4 of Wands. More fire energy. Aquarius, I'm going to say it's and it seems like so far a lot of the signs are getting kind of their opposite element. So you're an air element and you're getting a bunch of fire right off the bat. And I like this for you because it indicates that now you're going to be taking some action. It's not all about just dreaming and wishing and thinking in your head. It's about actually doing. Four of Wands is the Divine Blessing card, the 1111 if you know divine numbers. And what we see here is a full-blown celebration. People having a good time. They're celebrating life. They're taking action and really being in the present moment. That's going to be a good message for you as well, Aquarius. Then your final card in your present energy is another fire card. It is Ace of Wands. Now this can be initiatory energy. This is the energy of creation. Can be a new creative idea or project that you're involved in. It is definitely connecting to your higher power and really tapping into that as a source of energy. We see the butterfly there up at the top. So we see that that's also transformative energy as well. I love all of this for you. This is a very go, go, go kind of reading. It's actually very exciting compared to some of the other readings. So yay, Aquarius. All right, now your future energy, the energy that's coming for you more towards the end of October. Your very first card is the Strength card. We see here this woman who is being very companionable with the lion. She has tamed the lion. She does this through her compassion and her kindness. So more compassion and kindness for you, Aquarius, towards the latter end of the month, and more awareness of how strong you are and how capable you are. Ooh, I like it. All right, then you also have the Emperor in your future energy row. And if you notice, this Emperor, he's not cold and uncaring. He's ready to spring into battle and defend, but he's got his family right there. He's a protector. He is ready and willing to go into battle for those he loves. He is also about systems and routines. So, if, he wouldn't be ready for battle if he didn't have his armor, right? If he left his armor at home, he's certainly not going to be able to defend anybody. So planning, right? Some planning and forethought had to happen. Okay, then you have the Five of Pentacles. Now the number 5 is typically a number that denotes conflict or upheaval or unstableness a little bit. The Pentacles is earth energy, and it has to do with our resources. And what we see here looks kind of bleak. It shows, a wintry scene and a tree that's lost all of its leaves except for 5 pentacles right there. And we notice those 5 pentacles because they kind of stand out, don't they? And that is actually the message of the card. What are you noticing? What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on what you have? Are you focusing on these pentacles and using your resources wisely? Gratitude is really key to that, by the way. If you can focus on what you have and be grateful for it, it actually draws more to you, which is what we all want, isn't it? Okay, so I see that looks like the energies so far are going to be energies of you really tapping into your creativity and beginning to manifest through action. Next, in your challenge row, the first card that you have is the first card in tarot, and that is the card of the Fool. Now, if you notice the Fool, he's not really planning. So as a challenge card, I'm going to say that more planning for you is necessary. You're going to have a tendency to just kind of charge into something and not really look ahead and see where you're going. If you notice, look where his feet are. He is walking the edge there. It's very possible he might step off if he's not careful. The dog is running away from the edge, so the dog's a little bit smarter than he is. He's not even looking where he's putting his feet, which... okay, if you need to take a new adventure and have some courage, that's great. But in your challenge position, it shows that you need to be a little bit careful. I think that's where your security card comes in, is choosing the safe harbor for now. All right, your second card in your challenge position is the Three of Pentacles. Now, what we see here is someone who is obviously being very studious. Pentacles is earth energy. It's about our resources. In the original depiction of this card, it showed three people. One person was the architect, one person was the banker, and one person was the builder. The Three of Pentacles is the card of collaboration and cooperation. It is working together to achieve a common goal. And that can be a challenge sometimes, Aquarius, especially if we have a desire that we want to fulfill and we just kind of charge in without thinking, kind of like the Fool. All right. Now, your third challenge is the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is the card of self-sufficiency. Look at all those pentacles she has. She's got a lot of resources and she's able to take care of herself. As a challenge card, this indicates that you may feel like you should just do it all, that you don't need anybody else to help you on your journey. But guess what? You're a human, so that means, yeah, you need some help. And you need other people. We all do. We're social creatures. That's how we're genetically wired, by the way. So your challenge this month is going to be, number one, to ask for help. And number two, actually accept the help. Okay. All right. What are your blessings? Let's take a look at that. Your very first card is the World. Now, the World card is the end of the major arcana in tarot, and it signifies the end of a major cycle and the beginning of a new one. Why is that a blessing? Because it means you learned some lessons. You learned some things. That's what we're here to do in this life on Earth. We're here to learn, and you have been doing it, Aquarius. So what a blessing to take that knowledge and move into a new season of your life. We talked about new seasons, and here you are. Now, your next blessing card is the Ace of Swords. We finally have you in the reading, showing up with some air energy here. The Sword of Truth. Swords are always about air energy. They're about the mind, about how we think and how we communicate. And this is often an idea or more clarity of mind, which would be an awesome blessing, especially when you're trying to manifest what you're trying to do, Aquarius. And then your third blessing card is the Ten of Pentacles. I gotta cover up the baby here. He needs clothes. The Ten of Pentacles is the legacy card. It's the card of what resources are we acquiring? Are we taking good care of our resources? And that includes our relationships. Notice we have the dog there. We have the mother and father in the background. He has a beautiful home that you see there. So he's got all the things that he needs. He's been really working on those resources, building them up. He doesn't ignore the people in his life. He interacts with them. He builds relationships. He is careful with his money. He takes good care of his health. All those things are your resources. And in your blessings row, it shows that these are what's coming to you if you can remember that you're the magic and that there's action to be taken. Now, your final tarot card is the card that was under the deck. It is the energy underlying the entire reading. And that is the Knight of Cups. Now, Cups, again, is the energy of water and emotion. And the Knight of Cups is the most romantic knight in tarot. He literally does everything from his heart. He is led by his heart. So I'm going to say, Aquarius, that your challenge is your focus this month. Let me put it this way. Stepping into your power, yes. And the safe harbor and all of that. But your actions need to be motivated from your heart. Actually, I'm seeing this across the board in almost every reading. I'm seeing that the heart is the key to being able to move forward and attain what you desire. So I think that overall, as a collective, we're moving more into that heart energy. We've been in that head energy for a long time, the thinking energy. But you know what? Thinking alone doesn't get you there. It has to be from the heart. All right. I promised you. Thanks for staying. I promised you an oracle card, and yours is from the Solitary Witch Oracle, which I chose in honor of Halloween at the end of this month. And your card is card number 6, She Sleeps with the Stars. And this card is talking about freedom, about being, spending some time under the stars, and dreaming the dreams of one who knows the comfort of belonging, not only to this world, but to the worlds that lie beyond them. Connect with the starlight. Sleep under the stars. The night has wisdom for you. Find your answers within the stars. And know that you are loved. You are free. And you belong and are taken care of. The card itself is just stunning. It's really beautiful artwork. I love it. So, Aquarius, you are free. You belong. You are loved. And I'm so glad that you're here. Please do all the YouTube thingies. Subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. And I hope you'll join me next month for November's reading. Thanks for being here. Bye.